Look at this, you guys. I can't believe it. My old truck right here. Look at that. The old Raptor. One of you guys actually messaged me on Instagram, and here it is. It's at Sanderson Ford. It's already sold, but damn, does this thing look so good. I can't believe it's here. I got to see it again. It's so crazy. All my wheels are still on it. Look, they put an actual antenna on it, and they put a new windshield in on it. I guess, you know, don't want that illegal tint, but yeah, here it is. One last time. I guess they just said it's already sold. It's going out to California, but it's crazy seeing my old truck, you guys. Yeah, I just want to show you guys real quick. Just here it is. One last look at the Raptor, because it's going to be gone now probably for forever. Probably won't ever see it again, but dang, this is just a badass truck. Definitely miss it. But yeah, you guys, there it is. Look at that. And look how much they have it up here for. Like, damn, I only sold it for $55. That's crazy. But, you know, the market these days. Last look at the Raptor. Freaking beautiful truck. We may have had a deleted Duramax on trade. Just got to give you guys this real quick. Look at this thing. Oh, these Duramaxes sound awesome. Oh, love it. This one's going to be turned back to stock. So sad. So sad, you guys. Sorry for the zoom in. Let's take a quick look at what I've done here so far. First off, we took off the rear shocks here off the O2. I know we just put on this full Carly suspension, but technically these shocks that are in the back here, which are actually here, they're right over here in the 99. You guys can see they are, those shocks right there, just single, you know, Fox shocks. Those are actually meant for factory suspension, which is on this truck. So, you know, now that I got two of the same trucks, I got this thing where I'm like, why don't I just buy something better for this one and take that already good part and put it on that one? So I took those off. Those are going to go on the back of the 99. And I bought these really nice Thurin reservoir shocks you guys can see right here. These guys are going to be going on the back of the O2. Really nice, big reservoir shock, Thurin, special tunes. Pretty excited to get those on, because that's what's technically supposed to go on with these Carly leaf springs, is a reservoir shock. But Carly only sells Bilstein reservoirs or King reservoirs, and the Kings are like $2,600 for a whole package. So I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna get some Fox rear ones from Thurin, put those bad boys on. So we're putting those Carly rear ones on this truck on the 99, and I just bought some standard Fox shocks off of from Shock Surplus. These are actually about 20 bucks cheaper than I can find anywhere else for a set of two. So got those bad boys on the front. These are 0 to 2 inch lift, so that's all good. And then we'll get those reservoir shocks back on the O2. And I'm also going to thinking about taking off that rear sway bar on the O2, because that'll get a lot more better articulation. So I think the O2 will be riding real nice, and this truck should ride much better. Also, while I was at all this, I just took off this dash mat, cleaned it up. Look at that one crack over there. If you look, there's one little crack right over there, but this thing is clean. Just put some Aerospace 303 protectant on it. Looks so good. Guys, this thing is looking good here. Really liking how this thing's turning out. Finally got the Fleece turbo for the O2 Cummins. I finally pulled the trigger, made the purchase, got the Fleece turbo, got an SMB cold air intake. I also did maybe order up a 5-inch exhaust. As you guys can see, I already started taking this stuff apart. It's kind of late at night, so I'm gonna go to bed right now. Started on this first thing in the morning, but got everything pretty much taken apart. But there it is, you guys, Fleece Performance Turbo. Look at that, there's the specs right there. HX35, 63mm Cheetah Turbocharger. It's right up over here in this little packaging. Excited to show you guys how it sounds. I already did some exhaust clips, how this turbo sounds from the exhaust perspective. So we'll do a little before and after at the end of the video, and that'll be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited to hear how this thing sounds. It supposedly builds about 40 to 45 PSI boost, capable of supporting 650 rear wheel horsepower, which is exactly how much my stage 3 billet transmission is capable of holding, is 650 horse. So I'm trying to go for like a nice 500, maybe 550 horsepower build here. I'm just more excited about the sound, increase in boost pressure. So this should be pretty cool. Also, here is the SMB filter too. We're gonna be putting this bad boy on. There you guys go if you guys are looking. Good for the part number, there it is for the 94 to 02. But yeah, I already disconnected this right here, the oil line. Gotta do the bottom one. Disconnected the exhaust, loosened up the brackets right here. Pretty much what I just did is I soaked all this in WD-40 just in case, so that way let it soak overnight, and in the morning I'll take these 4 bolts off there. And pretty much this thing should be free, other than the, obviously the one underneath the turbo there, the oil drain. Need to take that off. Oh, and I also took off, you guys can see right here, that is my EGT gauge. It was into the turbo there. We're going to be putting it into the exhaust manifold right there. Yeah, guys, next clip here, we should have this all taken off. Okay, so it's next day. We got almost everything off except for that one last bolt right there, which is damn near impossible. So we're trying a bunch of different solutions, because really you can only get an open-end wrench. It's not up here right now, but You can only get that wrench on it like right in through there, and it's like dang near impossible. So we'll see if we can get that off. We ended up getting this last bolt that was right there off with this little tiny wrench because it actually has a thinner sidewall, a little cheaper wrench, be able to get it on there and basically use this mallet here and with a block of wood and get it off. So we got the turbo off, but this exhaust EGT gauge was drilled into the turbo, and I don't want to drill the new turbo since we got this exhaust manifold. And this exhaust manifold was put on after the turbo was, you know, years and years ago. But this exhaust manifold's been on there for at least 10 plus years. And we went to go try to take out the little plug on this side. And as you can see, the plug immediately stripped the inside. And then we couldn't obviously get it. So we used it in and out. So we drilled, kept going bigger sizes. It would not turn. That thing was, I mean, this plug right here, just a smaller one right here, it's baked in there. It is. And as you can see, I think we just ruined this manifold. So I think I'm going to have to order up a new manifold, most likely. We're still going to give it a couple more tries, trying to get that cleared out. But that's where we're at right now. Hey guys, so we figured out this right here. We ended up having to drill it completely out and re-tap it to a bigger size. But as you see, we got the Fleece turbo in right here. And look, we got another problem. The oil drain return there, you guys can see, it's all, my dad's holding it right there where it should be perfectly. And it's off pretty far. So we're going to probably have to cut it. And we just bought some hose, and we're going to try to get that all mounted up. And then also, this right here isn't lining up perfectly. And then there's a whole exhaust situation too. Here, I'll go over in just a second. So here's what I'm talking about, the exhaust problem. Here's the old BD turbo, or actually it's pretty much a Borg Warner turbo. It's actually I didn't know this, it's actually an HX40. So when you look at the outlet here, you know, it's pretty big right there. It's actually a 4-inch diameter. Here's the piece that came on the Fleece Cheetah turbocharger, which is an HX35. As you can see, that thing is way smaller, just fits right in. It should be about the same diameter as that. So that means if you come over here, we're just gonna set that right there. Our downpipe on this 4-inch exhaust was way too big. So luckily I ordered a 5-inch exhaust. I wasn't even planning on doing this. Luckily I was like, oh, maybe I should get a 5-inch. So I got a 5-inch MBRP exhaust, and it's kind of weird. It's actually only 5-inch from the downpipe back. It's not from the turbo back, which is kind of weird. This luckily has the old factory connection. Here's the downpipe. It's a 4-inch, and as you can see, here's the factory connection. Much different than the downpipe we were using with the HX40 there. So luckily, my dad, all these years, kept the original turbo, because this piece right here is what we pretty much needed. It replaced that little piece I was just holding over there. This is off the original turbo that came on this truck. Luckily, he kept it, you know, stored away here for the past 20 years. And we just took this off the original turbo to mount to here, which now has the correct end to go to a, you know, just a normal random exhaust you would buy, versus that custom HX40 turbo with the special downpipe. So this turbo was turned into a lot bigger of a job than it was, you know, originally planned to be. You know, a drop-in turbo. Definitely not, considering we already had an HX40. Now we're going to an HX35. So pretty much turned into a pretty big job. Look at this one little cool thing though. Look at it on the Fleece turbo. Every little vein there. Look at that. It says, every little like wheel says a little F on it. That's like really cool attention to detail. I thought that was cool. Okay guys, you see we got that all hooked up. Got the little extension piece in. We're just hooking it up to the turbo, but we took off the intercooler right there. That piece, as you can see right there. Highly suggest covering this up, because we dropped the bolt for that, the stock socket, everything went all the way down up in there. So we just have been trying to get all that out. But yeah, now we're continuing on. Everything's all hooked up now. Drain, feed line. We got the exhaust almost done. We're about to put the pipe on. We got to do the cut. We have to cut the extension pipe 16 inches, but I figured I'd show you guys what the inside of the muffler looks like. Just a bunch of little half round things. Not really, doesn't seem to be too much, but yeah, we're gonna get this thing on. Got this bad boy in, all bolted down. Pretty much got the oil filter on, new oil in it, so just got an oil change. The turbo is all hooked up, everything ready to go. Also, I seen a little video on YouTube. We move this line. Normally it comes up and comes around over here, but you know, it's supposed to cool the turbo. Why do you want it hovering over your super hot manifold? So we put it over this way. So all we gotta do is put that last few pieces in. The exhaust is almost all on. I'm just doing the last little bit here on the end, but there it is, 5-inch exhaust. pretty dang good. It's actually back where it was because this is where my dad used to have the exhaust, but that other exhaust we had like stuck way out, which I didn't like it. So I'm glad it's coming out the side now again. Hey guys, there it is. I'll give you guys a little underneath here once it's all done. Everything is all installed. There's the Fleece turbo right there. You can see a little Fleece right down in there. But S&B intake looks all good. Just changed the fuel filter over here on the other side real simply. Just, you know, pop it in and out right there, that guy. And so I got a new fuel filter, fresh oil in it, did the synthetic blend, the Shell Rotella T5, the best oil for these, obviously. Someone said it was like cheap Walmart oil. That's what every like semi-truck driver uses and everything. Really good oil. Yeah, so there it is all done underneath here. Just need to put that tire back on. We just took that off just for easier access to like bend over in here to get the like, little stool right there. But just got to do the back here. We're just having a little problem with the exhaust. I'll show you guys right now. We're here with the exhaust. And, like, I don't know. They're just, like, we're not using that hanger, I guess. And those hangers up over there, I don't know if you guys can see it without me blocking the light and it focusing right. But see that hanger there, that one back there? They don't line up. When you're looking underneath here, they don't line up with that bracket right there at all. So it's like way back over here in the bend to be up on those hangers. You can see one sticking out back over there. So we're just having that problem. And then I can sit here and twist this whole exhaust, and up there, the front one where it goes from 4 to a 5, way up there, keeps on spinning no matter how much we tighten it. We have it, you know, clamped just kind of like these ones right here, but it has one of those stupid hanger things on it. You can kind of see maybe on that one there how it's done. The hanger kind of goes into the clamp. It's a weird design. They changed it up from how it used to be. That's pretty much not fitting. So we might just try to put this on somewhere else. And then I ordered another clamp on Amazon for this back connection right there to use to connect these two pieces. So I don't know. We're still trying to figure stuff out right now. We finally got pretty much everything done. The clamp I ordered from Amazon will be here tomorrow. We're gonna put it right here, and then this thing is literally every nut and bolt done. Well, this is what we ended up doing right over here. Since it didn't fit well, you guys can see. We clamp it right there, the two pieces together. And we put the hanger right over here, so it's going up into there. So that's pretty much how we did it, because this hanger should have been right here, but I don't know, this MBRP exhaust isn't perfect. And everything's all tight underneath there. And pretty much coming back here, everything's perfect, fitment, everything's all good. And yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna put this one clamp on. It should be good, but we're gonna start it up right now, you guys. I'm so excited to finally hear this thing. So if there's a tiny little, rattle right here, this is what it is. But let's start this thing up. Okay, guys, here we go. First start up with the Fleece Cheetah Turbo and the 5-inch exhaust and the S&B cold air intake. Did a few cycles because we also did a fuel filter change. I could just barely hear it. I think the turbo's getting its sound. Checking her all out. My gosh, you guys, listen. Just barely touching it. Oh, I love it. You guys go wherever you... Okay, they're just gonna... Let's see. Oh my gosh! Oh, that turbo sound! I love it! Oh, it's so awesome! But dang, this thing is awesome. I love the sound, you guys. The sound, that Cheetah. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Here we go. powerful, but I pretty much went full throttle there. We're still building about the same amount of boost. Here we are next morning, and literally a $9 Amazon clamp shows up next morning, and I swear this thing is better than all these other stupid band clamps that were on the other one there. So since this thing didn't fit exactly right, we had to put that clamp there to secure those two pieces, and then this clamp to actually get up to the hangers there. We were short a clamp, and yeah, we put this one on. Amazon clamp, freaking solid, so much easier to do. And it, like, immediately I could see it just crushing this down, and it is just, the exhaust is solid now. Like, it's just moving just from the hangers, and doesn't like twist or anything in there anymore. So let's go rev this thing up a little bit, because I took it for a little drive last night, and oh my gosh, if you just give this thing a few revs, it sounds amazing. There it is now for the new Fleece Cheetah Turbo. There you go. It sounds pretty dang awesome. I'm pretty happy with it. Also, look at this. I didn't show you guys. They gave me a Fleece koozie cup. I was more happy. This is way better than like a hat or a t-shirt. Honestly, that's pretty cool. But all installed, everything's pretty good. I really think the next step is I only have the lift pump. It's just a stock replacement one. So I'm thinking we need to get a big, fast or Air Dog lift pump. We want the ones with the water separators, fuel filters on it. That's what I'm thinking I'm doing. I'm running out of fuel now at this point. And it has performance injectors. My dad got them like 15 years ago. They just sent them out to him because performance chip kept failing and he sent it back. And they just said it's a performance set. So I really have no clue what injector size I have. That's my biggest problem. I'm pretty sure that like those are my last two keys right there. A bigger lift pump and the correct size injectors. That's pretty much where I'm at. Definitely, I don't know, just putting all that on there, it feels like it has a little more mid-range power, but I feel like I need to play with Smarty a little bit more. It's on tune SW5 with a bunch of parameters. I don't even remember what I have them set at, the torque management, the duration, and the timing. You can change all of those individually. So I'm gonna go mess around with those and see if I can kind of get more out of what I got. I've noticed a lot less smoke while driving, or when I get on it, it clears up immediately, and I feel like I'm just dying for fuel pretty much. I feel like that's what the truck needs. Definitely love the build so far. The turbo, the Fleece just sounds absolutely amazing. There you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely liking the Fleece, the SNB, and the exhaust was a little but definitely the Fleece and the SNB were pretty nice. And yeah, the SNB intake, pretty easy to install. Turbo had a few problems, mostly because HX40 back to HX35 conversion back and forth. And the exhaust, just the clamp issue. Otherwise, bolted up really well. There you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And hit that subscribe button down below and like the video if you guys enjoyed. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Here we go. Last thing that's going to be going on in this video is the redhead steering box. It's funny, it actually comes in this box, and it's a box inside of a box, but there it is. This should hopefully make my steering a little bit stiffer, because right now I have this like easy steering box. It's meant for more with stock tires, you know, versus these big 35s. So it kind of steers pretty bad on the highway. It wanders a lot. It's pretty crappy on the freeway. So hopefully this right here should give it a little more. This is a 4-to-1 ratio, whereas I think what's in it right now is a 3-to-1. So, or 1-to-3, whatever way it goes. But yeah, redhead steering box should be going in. And yeah, this should be pretty nice. I'll let you guys know how it feels and if this makes it any better. Also, I do have about 1 inch of play in the steering wheel, so we'll see if this gets rid of it.